It's the Soul Fantasy Show, Soul Fan Show. Hey, it's the Soul Fantasy Show live for May 18th, 2020. Going over the one game slate for Draftkings and prices for Fanduel. Today we got Memphis versus Chicago, the 3 p.m. Eastern Time slate. Right on top, we have Zach LaVine, could get you a 60, 59, 50. All right, he's projected about 41.6. It's a pretty tough matchup. He's been averaging about 1.21 fantasy points a minute. And he's has a 50-50 chance to get his 5 times value. So right here we have Moran. He's the second stud of the day. He is 6'3" on FanDuel, averaging about 32.5 points a game on FanDuel. He's played 59 games with them. So behind him you have Tyus Jones. 3.7 on FanDuel, 18 averaging. All right, so we have Moran. He's looking pretty swell. 1.15 fantasy points per minute. Probably is not going to get 5 times value, but so for 10.6, he's a little expensive. He's still my stud of the day because it's one game, 2 teams. You got to play him. You just got to play him. He's cheaper than Zach LaVine, and he could get, he could get a 60, could get a 25. So you're taking a risk, but I'm going with him. So Joe Val, 39, 35, 45, 23, 24, 16, 32, 50, 52. I don't know if he's getting that 50. He has a 2% chance to get 60, 16 to get 60 to 45. He's definitely getting 15 to 45 fantasy points. He's not getting it under that. Jackson, he's projected about 30. All right, he gets about a fantasy point per minute, so he's probably going to hit his value. Could get you 42, 18, 45. Going with him. Kobe White I don't like for 7, 8. He's a little expensive. He might hit 5 times value, so he's a 50-50 chance to hit 5 times value. Here's his scores. I don't like him, but you might be forced to play him. Larry Markkanen, a little bit cheaper at 7.4. Could get you those scores. He has a 30% chance to get 30 to 45 fantasy points for 7.4. 50-50 chance to get 5 times value, 1 fantasy point per minute. Tough matchup, as we've seen. They're all tough. It's just a tough matchup, today. So Thad Young, same thing. So I'd rather play Thad Young over Kobe White and save $1,200. So that's what I would do. During the regular season, I like playing Thomas Satoransky because he'll get you that 40, 35, 36. He'll get you that. Today, will he get you that? Most likely he will, yeah. He'll probably get 30 fantasy points. He's averaging just under 0.9 fantasy points per minute. So we got Wendell Carter Jr., 27 is projected, 50% chance to get 5 times value, fantasy point per minute. He's looking really good, 5.2 times value. And now Gorgie Jang has 5.6 times value. Chris Dunn has 6.2 times value. So they're pretty good options for cheaper plays. Look at that. So depending on how many minutes he gets, Gorgie Dang, the Gorgeous Dong, will get over fantasy point per minute. It just depends how many minutes he's going to get. He has a little easier opponent matchup. And his position is a little easier. So for 3.6, he's the sole sleeper of the day. And here are some other guys you might be interested in for these very low prices. Dillon Brooks is a surprising 9.8. So for 9.8, it's saying he's only going to hit 2.6 times value. Very low probability of getting 5 times value. He's getting a fantasy point per minute almost. But for 9.8, they're saying he might only get 25 fantasy points. So he's a very big risk, and that's it there. Now let's go over some lineups. I wouldn't really go with any of the $1,000 guys today. Kyle Anderson, I mean, you could either go Thad Young, Lauri Markkanen, or Kobe White. You don't need to play Kyle Anderson here with all this extra salary. So like I said, I'll go Thad Young. You could even go Tyus Jones. You could. I wouldn't necessarily do that, but you could. All right. This is pretty nice. So if we want to get rid of Tyus Jones in this case, you would just go to Chris Dunn here. You would keep Dang in Carter Jr. You can experiment with. You could put Thad Young, Tom, or keep Carter in. Whatever you want if you want to play around like that. All right, let's get this captain. Let's put... Well, Dillon Brooks is very expensive today. And he's very favorable, seemingly. So let's bullet him. And now let's see what happens when we put a bullet in him. So you went right up to the MVP spot. So then you have Dillon Brooks, Zach LaVine, Brandon Clark. I would not play. I wouldn't go anything. I would just go Dang. Because then I can get rid of Carter Williams and go... I wouldn't go White. I would definitely go Markkanen there. So that's what I would do there. Let's just get a couple more lineups in and then unbullet Brooks. All right, let's see Brooks out. With Brooks out. Oh, they put him in. Oh, sorry. I locked him in. It's a lock. So with Brooks out. Sorry. There we go. Here's with Brooks out. Here's some lineups. Joe Val at the MVP spot. Most people have Zach LaVine at the MVP spot. That's what they will do. You will see it again and again. But I told you who to pick and who to play and who to fade. If you have to play Kobe White because you want to use mostly all your salary, go ahead. I don't have any problems with that. These are just lineups without my main man. I said I took out Tyus Jones. But I would not play him. I'll play Tyus Jones over him. Brandon Clark, I would not play him. You could just go here. Why do it? Why screw yourself over? Why cause pain and suffering to yourself? You don't have to play White here. I want to play. Bam! Look at that one. Boom. Yeah, I would just keep. I guess I would play Tyus Jones. They just seem to be on him today. So they're on him. I'm on him. So you could do whatever you want here. Let's just play around with the lineups. So if we get him out of the captain spot, put somebody like him in the captain spot. Then we put him there. No, what are we left with? Kyle Anderson. See, we don't want to do that. So let's put Joe Val here. Then you're kind of stuck. So you're stuck with this. I'm going to leave a little money on the table. It's a contrarian play because you have Jaren Jackson in the MVP spot. You have studs. You have everything here. This is a really good lineup. It's not a lot of people are going to be doing this with Jaren Jackson Jr. in the MVP spot. It could work out. You definitely still have LaVine in, but you got rid of Moran. So if I want to get rid of Kobe White and put Moran in, who do I have to get cut? So now I'm only $700 over. So can I just get him out of there? No, you can't get him out. Well, I want Joe Val in there. Dang. No, you can't get him out. So this is tough. So we're going to have to change this around. So if you want to go here, there, that's what you would have to do in that situation. Here's a couple more lineups before we wrap up the show. I'm glad basketball is back. And if you want football, let me know. It's the Soul Fan Show. Soul Fan Show.